Good day. I'm Jay Cullenbine over at Univoid. Is your organization leveraging the collaboration benefits of Microsoft Teams, but still facing challenges using a separate and disparate phone system? I've been in and out of PBXs for more than 10 years, including on prem, hybrid, and fully hosted environments. I wanted to take a few minutes to provide my review of the Microsoft Teams phone system. Regardless if you are already using Teams, your company may be obtaining or migrating into a new phone system, and if so, I would like to provide some guidance. First, let's clear up how user licensing works, because users need to be licensed properly in order to be fully included in the Teams phone system. Prior to April, just 5 months ago, any user assigned an E5 license will already have access to Teams Phone. Users assigned any lesser base license, like an E1 or a Business Premium, for example, will need to have what's called the Teams Phone Standard license added on. Now, new companies purchasing user licensing after April of this year will need to assign the Teams Phone Standard license and the Microsoft Teams Essentials license to each user, regardless of the base license they hold. And this is because Microsoft has recently unbundled the Teams app for new E5 licensing. Now, licensing requirements can change, so be sure to check with your licensing distributor as soon as this may become a viable project for your organization. Now, dial tone to and from the outside world and phone numbers are not included, so a separate decision will need to be made regarding your dial tone vendor. Regarding feature set functionality, I like to view Microsoft Teams Phone through three lenses: out of the box functionality, PSTN dial tone related services, and third party integrated solutions. Here are some of the positive attributes that are included right out of the box: a solid soft phone, accessible wherever you log into Teams. For example, a user can make or take calls from the desktop app, the mobile app, or even after logging into Teams from a web browser. Unlimited auto attendants. Yeah, you can create as many of them as you wish. Auto attendant greetings can be text to speech, and individual users can be granted permission to modify auto attendant greetings from within the Teams app, so without having access to the Teams Admin Center. Each auto attendant can be voice enabled to listen for spoken key press options or other configured voice commands. For example, please press 1 or say 1 to reach sales, or even please press 1 or say sales to reach sales. Each auto attendant can be a voice enabled user directory. Please say the first or last name of the person you're trying to reach. It also allows you to pre-configure which users can be found. Unlimited call queues. You can create as many of them as you wish. A call queue can also be configured just as a standard ring group. Call parking is alive and well in the Teams phone system. A user can quickly park a call, and then anyone on the system can grab that call. The user picking up the call just needs to enter the parking spot number. You can have hundreds of parking spots on a system, and you can configure the ringback timeout anywhere from 2 to 30 minutes. N-way calling is another positive for times when you need to have 3 or more people on a call together. The current limit is 250 participants. Call merge allows a user to quickly join 2 separate calls together. Direct or consultative transfers, including the option to transfer a call directly into a user's voicemail box. Real-time presence of an internal contact, like available, busy, away. This is presented prior to calling them or prior to transferring a call to them. Voicemails are transcribed within the app and also on email notification that's sent to each user. Also, if the notification email is in your inbox and you delete the voicemail in the app, the email is automatically deleted from your inbox. The soft phone includes user-defined speed dials. I think it works well for the first dozen or so contacts that a user will call the most. There is a call flip feature that works seamlessly. This allows a user to move a live call from one device to another. For example, you're on a call on the desktop app, and now you need to get mobile. You can move the call to the Teams mobile app instantly and continue the conversation. Music on hold is included. You can always upload your own music if you want through policy settings. You can even configure unique music on hold per user or per user group. Delegates is a powerful feature. This works well for any boss-admin relationship. The admin can answer the boss's calls and even place calls on the boss's line. Productivity call recording. This is on demand and at the user level. Call forwarding to any endpoint is easy for a user to configure. Simultaneous ring. This is at the user level. So this is the quote unquote, when you receive a call, also ring ... And a user can set this to another user, an external phone number, their delegates, or even their own user-defined call group, which can be configured directly in their settings. Microsoft allows certified and compatible IP phones on the system. Even though most users will typically only use the Teams app soft phone, you may have a reception desk or the need for some common area phones, so you are covered there. These positives I have mentioned, among others, have positioned the Teams phone system, in my opinion, as a leading and attractive PBX. Okay, so here are a few negative attributes. The system can be cumbersome from a configuration standpoint. Now, I'm not talking about the dial tone component. I'm referring to the provisioning of equipment, working with resource accounts, configuring auto attendance and call queues or ring groups, and making policy changes. Both the 365 Admin Center and the Teams Admin Center need to be used. Businesses with hundreds of users, they may even want to use PowerShell commands to help speed up the process, or use Microsoft Intune to ensure that only the proper devices are allowed to register to the system. There is no receptionist console. The Teams calling interface is not ideal for fielding a high volume of inbound calls. Now, you can still do it, and it is solid for call volume of, say, 20 or so calls per hour per user, but you just won't have all the tools you may want to aid you available in a single pane of glass. Currently, the Teams phone system is light on contact center features. It's missing compliance call recording, so no automatic record all out of the box. It's light on call reporting, at least in a way that's easy to deal with. It's currently missing real-time queue visibility, like being able to see the calls holding in a queue. It's also light on supervisor tools for contact center oversight. It's voice only, so no multimedia support. Lastly, there is no built-in framework for SMS, so no texting out of the box. I see these as the main negatives. Regarding dial tone, you will have 3 options from a categorical perspective, and you can even choose multiple vendors. But I will cut to the chase on this and say that it would be extremely important to ensure that any dial tone provider, any vendor I decide to do business with, they own and they operate their own Microsoft certified session border controllers, SBCs, and not a vendor who is piggybacking on their partner who actually owns and operates the SBC. Now, here at Univoice, we offer Cloud Voice for the Teams phone system. We own and operate our own Microsoft certified SBCs within a high availability geo-redundant architecture. It's important to ensure your vendor can accommodate your use cases. Here at Univoice, we also own and operate our own SIP feature servers, so we can incorporate targeted needs that many other vendors aren't able to, like door boxes, elevator phones, fax machines, even old school overhead paging systems. It's also important to consider time, like how long a vendor takes to onboard you, or how long it takes for number management tasks. Here at Univoice, we have built our own number management interface called Service Control. Service Control allows you to connect Univoice's voice backbone to your 365 tenant in just 15 minutes. From there, you can add phone numbers instantly and assign them in real time. You can also quickly update your service addresses for E911, and you can update your CNAM, which is the calling name rules. Univoice is the only vendor I'm aware of that allows for a 30-day free trial, where you can start experiencing native calling in Teams in less than half an hour. Regarding third-party integrated solutions, wherever Microsoft is light on or missing an important feature set, chances are you'll be able to find a third-party vendor that can fill that void. For these situations, in addition to cost, I recommend considering your end user's experience and the security profile of the integration itself. Is the integration native within the Teams app, or does it function as a separate application? Does it require a separate set of credentials to log into it? For example, we know that texting, SMS, is not included. Several vendors offer texting, but is it easy for you to engage with it? I would view it as a negative if I needed to log in and maintain a separate app just for texting. Now, Univoip offers texting that resides natively within the Teams environment. We can even provision it in such a way that it can be accessed within a Teams channel for shared visibility and use across a team. Compliance call recording is missing because there is no option to preset the system to record all calls. Meetings can be preset to record, and a user can manually record any individual one-to-one call. But phone calls can't be set to be recorded in the background by an administrator. In this case, I recommend prioritizing security over other concerns. For example, I would recommend going with a vendor who stores the call recording files themselves on your tenant, so the recordings remain within your Microsoft Graph ecosystem, even if that vendor has a separate management interface. This is how Univoip does it. Regarding contact center integration, Microsoft is releasing an enhancement soon, perhaps next month even, called the Queues app. It's going to be accessible to users who have the Teams Premium license. It does appear that it will provide some decent functionality for a basic contact center. However, in order to reach a real robust contact center feature set, integration with a contact center vendor will still be required. And Univoip has partnered with the proven leader. So when it comes to recommending the Teams phone system, I see it two ways. I recommend the system to companies who live answer 20 or less calls per hour per user, and they do not require out-of-the-box comprehensive call reporting. Now, here's the good news. This covers about 75% of all the companies out there. Also, if a company has advanced needs, they're willing to work with perhaps multiple vendors and multiple interfaces. Perhaps they have a Teams administrator on their staff, or they're using a managed service provider, then I would also recommend the Teams phone system to this group. And of course, any company already using Teams to collaborate, they should at least take a look, because there's no good reason for businesses to continue to use a third-party phone system if they are already using Teams for internal collaboration and meetings. So all in all, I recommend the Teams phone system to over 90% of all corporations that exist. Why should you trust Univoip's natively integrated cloud voice for Teams as your dial tone vendor? Univoip is an FCC regulated Tier 1 CLEC and has been for over 19 years. Now, they say the proof is in the pudding. We offer a 30-day free trial with the most efficient and automated onboarding in the industry. Would you be interested in learning more about how adding voice to Microsoft Teams can benefit your organization? Join leading enterprises and save up to 40% by switching to Microsoft Teams phone system with Univoip Cloud Voice. Look forward to an enhanced user experience, minimize IT overhead, and increase phone system security. Thumbs up for the Microsoft Teams phone system. I encourage you to realize the Univoip Cloud Voice difference firsthand. Thanks for watching.